Hi, so I'm excited to share that we've been hard at work and we've taken a lot of feedback from all of you, our wonderful users. And we've added the ability to manage your contacts within the platform. Of course, today we know that a large part of the job search isn't just going to job boards and finding opportunities that you're a fit for and then applying. It is also reaching out, establishing contact with recruiters, hiring managers, different people at the company, trying to get a referral, trying to make inroads into the company. And so a big part of your job search becomes managing that. And so now what you can do with GigHQ is you can go into the contact section and you can manage your contacts from here. So there's a few things in here that I'm going to show you guys. Number one is adding a contact is really, really easy. You just hit the add contact button. The only required property is the name. Everything else is optional, but you can add things like title, company, LinkedIn profile, email, etc. But most important, you can add notes on why this person is important to your search. So that's number one. Secondly, we have a really, really simple workflow to add a contact from. So one of the things we've added now is you can go into LinkedIn on a LinkedIn profile page and you can open up the GigHQ Chrome extension, and it allows you to parse the individual's details and save it directly to GigHQ. So I've picked the CEO of Microsoft, so I'm going to make a correction here. I'm going to say CEO and I'm going to put the company name in here. If I now hit save, it says done. And if I go back into GigHQ and I reload the page, you'll see that Satya Nadala's information is in here, including the LinkedIn profile, the company name, and the data I added him. And then you can manage things like statuses for the person, right? So there's different various statuses. You can edit we can say we can say something like asked for, right? And you can save that. And so that goes into the note section here. You can log interactions. So I can say, hey, I sent him a text message on a particular date, for example, right? And so you get a timeline of interactions, and you can continue to add different ones. The most important thing you can do is now you can link the contact to an application. So you can pick any of your active applications and you can connect it. So I'm going to pick one. I'm going to hit link. Now you start to see those appear here, and you can do that for multiple job applications, right? So let's say I have multiple ones that I want to link to. So I'm going to pick another one. I'm going to pick this one and hit save. And you see that in here too. And now what you can do is you can actually go to the job application. So if I go to the specific job application, you start to see them appear over here on the side. So you can click through here, go back to the contact, right? Or you can actually from here link to a different existing contact. So if you, let's say this is a job application, you've already got contacts, you haven't added them yet. You can just go in here and link them from here and they just start showing up. You can also add directly from here. So if you have someone you've talked to, you don't need to go to the contacts section of the app or even LinkedIn. You can just directly add them from here. And then, of course, you can unlink from here too. But the whole point of all of this is we're trying to make it so that as you engage with contacts, engage with people that are part of your job search journey, you can now start to keep those connections in a singular place and make it super, super easy. Of course, you can search by name, you can search by status, you can search by the company that they're part of, etc. So that's really an important part of this. And so, of course, the next step is if you are a coach working with your students, either in a career services office, you're a private coach, you have that you're working with. When you log into your coach portal now for all those students that are part of your cohort, you can dive into them and look at their details. But the same thing that that individual sees in terms of their contact tracking, you can now as a coach see. So when you're coaching someone, you can still see all that rich information on the job title, the company name, the page the job was on, the description, if they've attached a resume, cover letter, what their timeline has been. But most importantly, you can also see their interactions with the contacts that they're working with, right? Including the link to the LinkedIn profile, the kind of the details, the interactions here, the applicants is related to. So you get a very clear picture on this as well. So that's super important here.